So we've done our left side of the horse. Now we want to do the right side of the horse on our lunge. One other thing, we need to back our horse off. Horses get to learn really quickly that if they're right in on top of you, you can't do anything. So one of the things that we want to do is, I don't want to move my feet so my horse can move off. I want my horse to move his feet so I can do what I want. So once we've got him, we've got her here, we're going to ask nicely. Whoops, drop the rope. We're going to ask nicely. So she's far enough that I can't hold my hand out and not touch her unless she reaches her nose out. Doesn't have to be a lot. I want this under control. I don't want her 20 feet away. I just want her enough so that I can move and do what I want. I ask. I turn my energy. I start to get that rhythmic motion. And go. Get this off. So if that belly, here's the scoop. If I can reach it, it's not in the right place. Plain and simple. Now, when we're doing this, notice that my feet, I'm not wandering all over the place. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're lunging their horse is this. They step backwards. If you step backwards, you invite that horse in on top of you. Okay? I don't want to do that. If I'm going to do anything with my horse, absolutely anything, I will step forward. I want my horse to realize that, oh, look at that. Isn't that so much nicer? I want my horse to realize that it moves out of my way. I do not move out of its way. Now, when we're teaching the horse to lunge, I will step in a little bit of a forward momentum just because I'm trying to help. Ideally, what I want to get to is I want my horse to get out there and off it goes. Now, if it stops like that, I'm going to say, get that out, shut this down, and off you go. Slow that down. Slow it down. Off you go. Okay? Keep it under control. There's no need for her to go running off. All she has to do is get out there and move her feet right now. We're about getting the idea across. We'll work on the finesse. This is the mechanics. The mechanics is she needs to get out there. The finesse is we're going to start taking more and more control. Start paying attention to our horse so we can start deciding what it wants. So we've got our horse to the point now. We put our hand up and look at that. Off our horse goes. So this is our big old pushy mare 40 minutes ago and is now moving off. Is she doing it great? No, she's dropping her shoulder in. She's running around with her head out. Lots of things to be worked on. But what we have to do first of all is work on the mechanics. When we're disengaging, push this out. So she wanted to go fast. She started to run through me. We're going to back her off. It's like, no. Get this over. Get this over. So she's decided that she's going to go this way now. And I'm going to say, no. I got a picture in my head. And it's right there. That's where you should have been. Okay? Don't get mad. Don't get excited. Just stop and fix it. That's where she should have been. Now, when we're doing this, what we want to do is we want to get it soft and subtle. But the mechanics is I need her to lunge so that we can start doing the finesse about controlling her body, getting her neck to bend, getting her hips to come in, getting her chest and her shoulders out, all this kind of stuff. So first we do the mechanics, and then we work on the finesse. So we needed that to move. Now, next thing we need to go is, as our horse starts to move around us, everybody says, how does all this come into play for getting our horse onto the saddle? Well, if my horse doesn't realize that I can move it without getting excited, what's it going to be like in the saddle? This explosive personality, this I'm going to get pissy attitude because you asked so much, or you want me to move my belly out so I'm going to go and get all excited? It's like, no. You're going to move your belly out, but you're going to do it calmly, get that out, get you going. If I can't get this horse under control here, why in God's creation would I get onto its back and expect it to be any different? She is going to be exactly what she is here. The only difference being is I'm now sitting up there and setting myself up for a world of hurt. Off you go. We want to ask, we want to insist, and off she goes. She's starting to go, huh. Now, as you can see, she's starting to slow it down. Her head's starting to come a little bit more in. One of the things that we're going to start to do, she's not too bad at it right now, is we want to fix our hand. We don't want this horse pulling on us. Good girl. There's our stop. Now, we're going to move her over here, and we're going to stop her again. So we're going to pick up, we're going to ask, and she goes, no, that's not where I wanted it. So here's the scoop. I wanted her right here. Why do I want her right there? Just because I do. So what I'm going to say to her is get that butt over, stop here, put this back, there's our spot. She's starting to fidget. We're going to say get this over, get this over, get this over. She's getting all excited again. I'm not going to get excited. I'm going to say, there's my spot. No, you just stepped out of it. You stepped out of it. Get this back. Now that tapping is nothing more than an agitation saying, hey, you need to get that over. The horse needs to learn that there's a difference. There's a point and a place where I'm going to send her, and there's a point in time when I just want her to move over. She needs to know the difference. I need to start working. We got the mechanics. I can move her. Now can I control her when I move her? Can I move her right there to the other side, put that butt over there, get the shoulder over, stop, back, stop, boom. No, put that back. There you go. I want her to realize that I'm in control of those feet, not her. She needs to listen to me. And that's going to be a huge difference, because guess what? When you get into the saddle and you say, stand still, I want to mount, stand still, I want to saddle, stand still, I want to do this, she's going to. Or you can go tearing all the way around, cursing and swearing, pulling and yanking and kicking and going. Or you're going to have her just stand there. Or if you want to move up and open and close a gate, it's the exact same thing. Because you have to move your horse over to it, line it, back them up a little bit, and there's our gate. So we've got our horse to the point that we can send it someplace. We've got our horse to the point where we can move it over. We've got our horse to the point that we can move it back. We've done all this in less than an hour. It's not that it has to take a lot of time to do something. What does take a lot of time is the consistency to maintain it. Do anything you want with this horse, but if you're not going to keep doing it, the horse is going to go back to doing what it did before. To maintain it, all it is to not allow. I need you to move. Get this and go. You're not going to go, I'm going to make you go. Not good enough. Get your butt out there. Disengage. Pick it up. Can I get her to start to go and start to pay attention? I want her to not loping off, just slow it down, disengage. Get this over. Get this back. Don't come in on top of me. I want my horse to all of a sudden start to realize that, guess what? I am in control. You can do this. And not only that, but you will do it. Don't move. I never asked you to move. I stopped you. I put you someplace. Don't go there. Okay? I need you to just stop and stand. Start asking more of your horse. The more you ask, the more you will get. Now, we started off with this big old pushy mare that every time that we were near or did anything, she'd walk right over us, push through us, wander everywhere, and try and take us with her. We fixed all that just so we could walk her properly on a lead. We want her to get to the point that she can relax and do what we ask without walking on top of us. All of this is going to come back and help us in the saddle. So here we go. We want to start getting her to the point that we can walk on the lead. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to bring her up here, up to me. Now, the first thing she's going to do is she's going to come in on top. And I'm going to get my elbow or my step and I'm going to say, don't come in on top. Notice where my hand is. I'm not even on the lead. This is not about, can I take my horse for a walk? It's about, can I take my horse with me? Can I say, hey, we're going to go. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We point. We're going to go this way. I get my energy up with my stick. I kind of lean into it. I say, hey, we're going to go. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to reach around with my stick to the back of my horse and go, go. And as her feet move, I'm going to move with her. I want her nose ahead of me. I don't want her nose way back here. I don't want to be taking her and going, hey, I'm taking you for a walk. Get back there. Reason being, The reason being, I don't want her to feel like I have to be in front of her before she can go anywhere. Because guess what? When I get into the saddle, where am I going to be sitting? Back here. So I want my horse to start to realize that she can get out here and go in front of me, and I can still be in control of her. The exact same as if I was sitting here in the saddle. So this is what we're working towards, but there's no sense working towards this until we can get everything else into place. So that's what we want to do. Now, we want her to move over, bring this up. We say, get this over. There you go. Come on up here. Boom, boom. It's called flow. When you're doing something like this, you want to get the flow going. You say, get up here. I got that energy. My hands are open. You're either on the lead or not on the lead, but they're always open. I'm saying, I see a place in my mind. You need to get into it. You need to know exactly where you're at whenever I want you to. I don't want to be staring at my horse. I want to know where I'm going. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to turn. Get this up. Get it up here. If I want to turn into her, I'm going to bump, bump, push this off. Now, if she doesn't, I'm going to get the stick up here, and I'm going to start to wave it, not at her, but beside her, saying, get this off. Now, it's not working. That's fine. Doesn't matter if it doesn't work, because guess what? We're going to stop and fix it. So, we take our step with our handle towards our horse's head. We're going to stop her, we're going to back her off. She's starting to move all around. She's starting to already get this anxiety going. I'm saying, get this over. Don't come on the top of me. Push this over. Notice how she's cutting right across. I'm going to say, get this over. She's already starting to go, you can't push me around. Well, guess what? Yes, I get this over. This is the girl that we were looking at earlier. If we don't stop and fix it, everybody goes, but we're making such good progress. And we still are. Just stop and fix it. Okay, now we've got our horse back to being calm. We take our handle part forward. Now she's going to go backwards again. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to come in and rub. Don't move that. We're going to take this. I want to stop that forward momentum. I got our energy going. I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. And there's our crossover with the legs. I'm going to bump this back. Horses want to go forward. They want to always, everything we've taught them up to this date is go forward every time there's pressure on you. And I'm saying, don't go forward. Move this off. So, we can go here. If that's not going to work, we're going to say, get this over. There. Did you see the chest and shoulders move? As the front feet start to pick up and move over, the left leg here is crossing in front of the right leg as she moves to the right. So, block the forward momentum, get that energy going. It's just a nice rhythmic motion. As soon as she does that step, we're going to reward it with the release of the pressure. She's coming in. We're going to go get this off, move this over, keep this going. There we go, and boom. Don't get excited because it's not working out. We're saying all we got to do is stay with it, and get this over. There we go. Stay with it. Don't go forward. Get this over. Get this over. Tap, 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 and boom. There's our crossover. There's only 6 directions a horse can go. Left, right, forward, backwards, and up and down. All she's trying to do is go through all 6 of those things and figure out which one we want. Then once she's figured out that, then she's trying to figure out what part of her body is she supposed to move. Be the head, the neck, the shoulders, the barrel, or the butt. So, once we got it going, let's do it again. Starts to move back. I say, don't go backwards. There's our crossover. Good girl. So now that we've got that going, can we now go for a walk? Say, get this off. All of a sudden, look at no contact. Move this over. If this doesn't move over, we're going to tap. Thank you. My feet don't move. That was not one of the things that we have to always do. Is this something that my feet need to move? And if they don't move them. If they have to move them, move them. But it's one of those things, if I was saying to somebody, I want you to go and send the horse this way. So the first thing they do is they come over here to try and send the horse. Why did your feet need to move? You're standing over here. If you want that horse to go that way, get the horse to step back, turn, face the horse. You can turn in a circle, but you don't have to actually move with this off. Okay? Pay attention. Do my feet need to move or don't they? If they don't need to move, don't move them. The less you move the feet, the more control you have of that horse.